Time now for sports on 104.7 The Cave. Here's Ned Reynolds.
Mike the intern, Ned Reynolds in the studio. It's Thursday morning, and, it should have been a big day. It was a big day. I mean, I saw some really cool plays yesterday. Kansas City Chiefs opened up training camp for the public, but unfortunately, because of what happened the previous few days before that, it kind of had a dark cloud, and we were missing EB. He's still with his wife, but she is doing a lot better from what I hear.
According to the reports, Mrs. Bieniemy has been released from the intensive care unit. Now, that doesn't mean she's still improving to the point where she's going to be all right and go home and all that. No. She's still in serious shape, but she is not in a critical circumstance, so put her in another room, let her recover. She had 2 gunshot wounds, for heaven's sake. That's going to take a while to recover from. And in the meantime, Eric Bieniemy is there. Hasn't, to my knowledge, what his relationship with his son is, I don't know. The son, of course, shot the mother on Sunday. And Eric Bieniemy, who is the Chiefs offensive coordinator, immediately there in the Washington, D.C. area. Actually, it's in the state of Virginia. But right there in Washington, D.C.'s surroundings, and overseeing the circumstances, and he's been given leave of absence by the Chiefs. We'll see what happens. And you make reference to the drills. Well, when you make a good point there too, Mike. When you have a circumstance where a social issue has happened to a team, how do they react to it? Well, they have to react to it. There's no way that can't have a subconscious effect on the players and individuals involved and other coaches and so forth and so on. It is human nature to have that. So I would suspect that the Chiefs, they do have another drill coming up today. I suspect they'll probably put on a little bit better show. They didn't yesterday, according to all the reports.
Well, I again, back to what I said at the beginning, I thought I saw some really good drill plays. Again, it's one-on-ones and stuff like that, no pads, all that stuff. But one thing that I did see yesterday was Kenny breaking through, not running into the back of a no lineman and actually hitting that hole and cutting it. And I hadn't seen that in a Chiefs play in a very long time.
Well, Walker's a pretty good player.
Hell yeah, he is.
Super Bowl MVP and a guy who can run very much like, in a way, like Saquon Barkley at Philadelphia, but a different style runner. But by the same token, he can get it done, and that's what the Chiefs have not been getting done in past years, a good ground game. So we'll see how things develop.
Other than that, though, we did have a couple of injuries. So we at least had one with a D lineman tearing his ACL or MCL.
I missed that one. Who was it?
Yeah, it was Ethan Downs. And so that's that for him. But I've also heard that the end that everyone was real high up on last week at the happy hour, R. Mason Thomas, he might be a day one starter. So,
except that they aren't in pads yet. They haven't done any serious hitting. So we'll have to wait and see how things transpire at exhibition games and so forth and so on.
Yes, sir. There's a long season. We haven't even got there yet. Let's switch gears. Where's the golf tournament this weekend?
Golf tournament is in Detroit. This is the Rocket City Classic. It's in Detroit. It's another of the quote-unquote minor tournaments, if there is such a thing. The purse is $10 million, but it's very important, and that is because there are points to be accrued for the FedEx Cup. That's what many of these golfers who are right on the cusp of making the field. The field is limited for the FedEx Cup. It's only 70 golfers. Well, who qualifies? It's interesting the way they operate this, and it all begins with the St. Jude Children's Hospital Classic, and that's coming up next week. But the fact is that the field goes from 70 to 50 and then to 30 for the final round. So you want to be in there because there's a lot of money to be won.
Yeah, there is. And hopefully they're not dealing in the heat like we've been. The Cardinals got a much-needed win against the Cubbies last night.
They really needed this one, and what a fascinating game and a scoreless circumstance it was last night. Nothing going into the 10th inning. Both teams had great opportunities to score and did not do so. But in the 10th inning, the Cubs get a 2-run home run, take a lead of 2-0. Pete Crow Armstrong is the one who hit the home run. But the Cardinals come back and get 3 in their half of the 10th. Cubs got nobody out. Ivan Herrera delivered the big hit, and the final was 3-2. The Cardinals do get a win and puts them right back at the 500 mark again, and still theoretically in the running for some level of wild card spot. One of the other interesting factors in the ball game is the Cardinals starting pitcher Dustin May. That may have been his last start. He's and this is public knowledge. The Cardinals have put him on the market as an individual they'll be willing to trade. Well, he didn't hurt himself yesterday. Went 5 innings, allowed one hit, and struck out 3. 5 innings of shutout baseball, and that's pretty good. Somebody looked at him and said, hey, maybe this is going to be all right. We'll give the Cardinals less and such and so forth.
Royals got a pretty good win, but man, these injuries with Pasquantino, Witt, and now Garcia, 10-day list on each of them. That's going to be a tough road to freaking go down, man.
They can't. They just have to put this season out the window and just play the best that you can and give the youngsters a chance to play.
Yep.
In yesterday's game, the Royals do win. They beat the Minnesota Twins 4-0. At Target Field in Minneapolis. Randy Dobnik is the individual who got the win. Pitched 7 innings, and this is really, really very, very good because Dobnik is a guy nobody's ever heard of before. The Royals got him in a deal with the Seattle Mariners back in June. Comes in. He's not a kid. He's been around in the major leagues for a while and pitches very well. 7 innings, strikeouts 4, and allows the Minnesota Twins no runs. There were 4 other relievers after that. But the final is 4-0. Kansas City gets the win, and Randy Dobnik is the winner. Now, the Springfield Cardinals also got a win, beat the Wichita Wind Surge 5-1. So the Springbirds, who are in the lead in the Northern Division of the Texas League in the second half, very important because they finish in the number 1 spot, they will be in the playoffs.
Definitely will be, and they were looking pretty good last night. We were at the game, and they were hitting the hell out of the ball. As we kicked off training camp across the league yesterday, that means we're a little over, 2 weeks from the first 1 week?
1 week.
A week, and the Hall of Fame game. I forgot about the Hall of Fame game.
It is a week from tonight, as a matter of fact, in Canton, Ohio. And this year's the Arizona Cardinals and the Carolina Panthers. Not exactly a headline game, but the Hall of Fame game never is. These are practically the rookies who play. Very, very rare do any of the veterans get into the competition. But the Hall of Fame game, and in a sense, it's kind of nostalgic because it used to be, and we've talked about this on a number of occasions, the College All-Star game. That was the first exhibition game. But 50 years ago, that was taken away by the NFL owners. Said, hey, we're spending our top-level college athletes and draft choices out there getting hurt against the pros. We can't have that, so it has been disbanded. So now it's the Hall of Fame game, and that is 1 week from tonight.
It's crazy what they would allow back in the day, but now it's just like, no, you're not touching that car. No way. Have a good one, man. I'll see you tomorrow.